What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Figure It Out of the Basement's Black Series talk show. I'm Nate, joined with Justin.
What's up, guys?
And today we are going to be counting down the top 10 Black Series figures of all time. This is the 2023 edition. We like to update this list every single year, and so we are just working our way through our top 10 lists. If you haven't seen them, check out the last few episodes of Figure It Out.
It's that time of the year. We also get a lot of new subscribers around this time, so welcome, because top 10s just get you sweet in that algorithm. So thank you for all the support of recent episodes. Be sure to hit like and hit subscribe if you are new. We are always talking about Star Wars, the Black Series here on the channel. Switched it up there. I said it.
You did. It feels weird now.
And this is everything. This is the entire Black Series line, exclusive, deluxe, SDCC, even though none of that garbage is on here.
Wow.
Garbage because it's hard to acquire, like the earlier stuff. And only one honorable mention. We limit ourselves to one.
That is true. So, Justin, let's jump into it. And just to show you how absolutely absurd this list is going to be, our honorable mention is the 2020 Stormtrooper. I guess technically it's in the Mandalorian package, but we've seen this figure a few times. It's been repainted a few different ways, and every single time we get it, it's just another reminder that it is literally the perfect Stormtrooper action figure.
It is the best trooper in the Black Series. It is the best trooper sculpt, highly articulated. I love the butterfly joints. I love the deep cut single on both the arms and the legs. It's near perfect for a troop builder. I really do hope we can get a holster variant for some OT action. Not every Stormtrooper in the OT has a holster, but a lot of them do, especially in the first film. So it'd be great to get a holster, but it's just damn good. And I can't believe we've actually not had this trooper on the list for the past 2 years.
Yeah, that seems kind of weird. Like, when we were kind of formulating the list, I was a little shocked. I was like, really? Like, we didn't include it at all? I don't know why. I really don't know why.
Maybe because there's another Stormtrooper later on this list?
Maybe. I'm not sure.
Who knows? Jumping into the actual list with number 10.
This is ridiculous.
A new figure from the ground up. Just released in 2022. It's Ahsoka Tano from The Mandalorian.
Ooh.
Nate, you are the true champion of this figure.
I mean,
you got her on the list.
She's absolutely incredible. I think the likeness is one of the best photoreal applications we've seen, along with a borderline perfect head sculpt. So the resemblance to Rosario Dawson as Ahsoka is on point. She's super well articulated. The engineering that goes into her as a figure, though, specifically the hidden butterfly joints, that's just like next level stuff that we really haven't seen before in the Black Series. So I really think from that aspect, she's just like a damn good figure and definitely deserves to be on this list.
Yeah, super dynamic, and like you said, the engineering behind this sculpt, it's the definitive Ahsoka. The only Ahsoka that could probably best this one is Clone Wars Season 3, so fingers crossed that we see her in place of this one next year.
Coming in at number 9 is literally a brand new pick, and some people might say a little too soon to be making that kind of call, but we're making that kind of call right now because number 9 is Clone Wars Darth Maul. That's right. We know some people do not have this figure yet, but it is pretty much hitting in mass at this point. I know a lot of pre-orders are getting filled, and people are even finding it in stores. This figure is an absolute must-have. It's a brand new top-to-toe figure.
The robo legs are so sturdy, and with those legs you can get some like 1 foot poses, kicking out, kicking Ahsoka. It's just such a cool figure. And with the top 10, we include everything, like sure, accessories, paint apps, engineering of the sculpt, articulation, and everything, but sometimes we were just in desperate need of a character, and when you are in desperate need and it delivers, it just feels that much more special.
Oh, yeah.
Number 8 is Cad Bane from the Clone Wars, a character we never thought in a million years we would ever get, a few years ago. And again, a very unique looking sculpt. The first time we've ever gotten a Duros in the line.
True.
I mean, it's the only time.
Right.
Aside from the Bad Batch version of CAD. But I'm going with Clone Wars since it's a bit more iconic. And you could have got that special edition that came with Toto 360.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, this figure absolutely delivered. And I think when, initially we saw the reveal, we saw the promo photos, we were like, yeah, this is going to be great. And then once you get it in hand, I think that's when it really dawns on you because it's got that modern Black Series articulation. So the posability is off the charts. Tons of great articulation as well. So
tons of details on the jacket itself.
You could even nail like those Cad Bane poses where like he's using the blaster to like push his hat up. So like you can nail those classic Cad Bane poses, which is super important.
Love the grimace too.
Oh yeah. And also there's like dry brushing on the jacket to make it look like leather, which is not something we see often.
We like paint.
Paint. And coming in at the number 7 spot, this is Boba Fett from Return of the Jedi.
This is just, it's so close to being like a masterpiece, like perfect figure. Like one thing you'll see on this list, no figure is perfect.
Right.
And there's always like one or two things that could take this to the next level. Boba Fett has the sculpt.
Mm-hmm.
He has beautiful colors on him.
Yep.
He has the accessories.
Yep.
Because this was part of the deluxe offering, got the flame effect and everything. But the one thing, this might have been my favorite Black Series figure ever if it had a wash on the flight suit.
Ooh.
The flight suit just looks a little too clean and normal.
Right.
Compared to like the weathering that's on the armor. But still, it's a nearly perfect Boba Fett action figure.
Absolutely. And especially when before that all we had was the, let's face it, crappy Empire Strikes Back version. Boba Fett was another character that we were just like, he's a dynamic, action-focused character, yet the figure can't get in any poses at all other than...
Right.
So actually seeing this and getting it in hand and finding out just how well articulated it is was such a nice, pleasant surprise and a sigh of relief that we finally could have a posable Boba Fett in the Black Series.
It's damn good. Coming in at number 6 is Captain Rex.
Ooh.
We flip-flopped a few things on this list compared to last year. But Captain Rex, number 59, not the Bad Batch one. That is post Hasbro can't do weathering time period. This was still back in the period of time where Hasbro could do some fabulous weathering effects and make things dirty and sand blasted, as I like to use that term. And Rex is no different. It's significantly better than the Bad Batch one. I'm so sorry they canceled the reissue.
Right.
Because it is that much better than the Walmart exclusive one. And the Tamara Morrison likeness, so good. The blonde or bleach blonde hair, so good. Articulation, we love the Rex and Bly body with the double joints. Two things that are holding this one back from perfection. Trigger finger on the left hand would have been great. And I don't like that you can see his chin.
Right.
Even in the promo shots, you can see the chin. Let's make that push for removable heads and helmets. Separate pegs.
Just like Captain Rex, number 5 is a staple of the top 10 all-time list, and this is the Gamorrean Guard.
I feel like we have talked about this one so much on the channel.
Is it bad that in this day and age, I'm almost tempted to say Gam Guard's a little underrated, a little forgotten about, left in the dust?
I wouldn't oppose that statement.
Because I don't really see anyone talking about the Gam Guard figure besides us. But
the soft goods on this figure, it's soft guns. It's soft goods done right when it's used in moderation. The pelt is amazing. The upper part of the torso has a black wash on it, and it just makes all of those details pop. The mouth is articulated. You got a tongue in there, all right? There's 3 different weapons. There's the staff and then the 2 axes that have paint apps and sculpted details.
Right.
What's going on with the Gam Guard? It was originally deluxe, Target exclusive, but if you do not have one, I would highly recommend picking up the 40th anniversary Return of the Jedi card back version, which will also be Target exclusive.
True. And let's not forget, Justin, for a bulky boy, Gamguard can move.
Yeah, double jointed. He's double jointed.
Yeah, Gamguard's got some surprising articulation to it as well. So
I feel like we always enjoy when the big bulky boys randomly get the amazing articulation treatment, kind of like Paz Vizsla.
oh yeah,
Great figure as well. It's just so satisfying. You know what else is satisfying? Finally getting a Vader with black eyes. And that is why number 4 is the Empire Strikes Back Darth Vader. Not only when I think of Darth Vader, do I think of him with an all black helmet and black eyes. I like Red Eye Vader.
oh yeah.
But we needed the definitive, like, Empire Strikes Back Vader. Butters.
Yes.
I love Butters.
And going back to when we first got the Empire Strikes Back Darth Vader in hand, we thought it was going to just be, oh, it's just a repainted figure. It's just the 40th anniversary one repainted to look like Empire Strikes Back. But no. Updated arms, butterfly joints, different sculpted details, actually a different helmet sculpt as well. So it was just like a huge surprise that they took these extra steps, and it was appreciated.
Yeah, totally unexpected. And again, for us, it's the definitive Vader, even though I do like the Kenobi Vader as well, even though it's on the A New Hope Vader body. But Empire Strikes Back Vader is our number 4.
Our number 3 pick here is a figure that would probably be a deluxe these days, unfortunately. And this is a masterpiece. It's the Hoth Rebel Soldier.
Right. We actually put this one up a few spots compared to last year's list.
That's true.
Because as time moves forward, you just appreciate certain things more, over time. And Hoth Rebel Soldier is one of those figures. We've talked about the insane customization with the handkerchief, the goggles, the separate face plates. The only time they've ever done that in the blacks, just one of those things.
Right.
Where it's like the one and only time, just like Count Dooku's swoosh effect, one time and never done again. The only figure that can top this is the Endor Rebel Soldier, which we are getting this year as well. So Hasbro, please continue the faceplate technology on that one.
Yes.
But this was also the first time we got that Rebel blaster rifle.
Yep.
The one thing, Nate.
One thing.
The one thing where I would say this, again, just like the Boba, it'd be like in competition for my number 1, is if they just painted the weapons.
We were so close.
We were so close, but they are just hunks of gray plastic.
This was a standard figure.
True.
So that could be forgiven. But I would have definitely, ponied up a little bit more to get paint on those 2 blasters because the figure looks so great. There is paint on the figure too. And then they're just holding boring gray
and
blasters.
The DH-17 has had the chrome tip.
Yeah.
As well on the barrel and cast in black, but these are just hunks of gray, and especially getting that rifle for the first time, and it's just gray, it just holds it back ever so slightly. Aside from that, though, this is a masterpiece. Butterfly joints on a Rebel Soldier, so they can actually aim down the sights. Amazing. And number 2, the Amazon exclusive Emperor Palpatine with the throne. I'm just jumping right into that one.
Oh, yeah.
Because number 2, it's important. And I know a lot of new collectors have joined us, subscribing to our channel 2020 onward. And you were this close to greatness. We were so close.
Yeah, it's truly unfortunate because not only was this figure extremely easy to get at the time, it ended up going on clearance. So it truly is a painful experience when you see just how much it goes for these days.
Shout out to the COVID collectors. I'm sorry you missed your opportunity.
Yeah.
Because this was so easy to get.
Right.
And it is so good. We have a few alternate heads.
Yeah.
Nate.
4 total.
We had Force Lightning for the first and only time. Another one of those do it once and never do it again things. We have alternate hands, Force Lightning, the throne with the purple cushion.
Yeah.
Just the purple cushion.
fantastically sculpted. They updated the Emperor big time too, because before that, the Blue Line version actually had a plastic lower skirt. So even if you had like a custom 3D printed throne or something like that, you couldn't sit the Emperor on it because he couldn't sit down. So they tweaked the figure, gave him photoreal, all soft goods, plus the throne and all those accessories, all for $50. That was just like one of the most mind-blowing Black Series moments.
Yeah, truly one of the best pieces of the collection that has been officially revealed. The archive version is this superior version of the Emperor, but what a huge, egregious missed opportunity by Hasbro to not re-release this set for the 40th anniversary of Return of the Jedi. My condolences.
F's in the chat. Number 1, Justin? Long-time viewers will know. Old faithful. Probably won't ever be topped. Our number 1 Black Series figure of all time continues to be, to this day, the Orange Line Sand Trooper.
10 years later.
Yeah.
Now, we have a strong case. Throughout the duration of this list, we have been mentioning figures and also mentioning, well, if they just did this and tweaked that, it'd be perfection. And again, no figure is perfect. This is on the old Stormtrooper body, and we're not denying that. But for the time, you guys, this was a double-jointed Stormtrooper, completely weathered from head to toe and on the back. Hasbro also went out of their way to sculpt a different helmet for this Sand Trooper. That is not the Stormtrooper helmet sculpt. It is different.
Yeah.
3 blasters, a backpack, and there is paint on everything. Everything is colored.
This was one of the first examples of them kind of almost giving you everything you want in the box. Of course, they did re-release it later with the different color pauldrons, so you had to buy it a couple different times.
Which you know I did.
Oh, yeah, we both did.
Yeah.
But coming with all of those blasters, especially the big, like, you know, like cannon blaster.
Yeah, it comes with the DLT-19, the T-21, and the E-11.
Yeah, and for the large circular one, it's actually never been released outside of Sand Troopers, right?
Shadow Squadron set, remember?
Oh, yes. Okay, so like that's any easier to get.
Which, quick side note, for the Shadow Squadron, they reused that Sand Trooper helmet sculpt. So that's the only other time they reused the Sand Trooper helmet sculpt. And I will say, in my opinion, it's one of the most accurate and one of the most, like, proportionate helmet sculpts that we've ever received in the line.
Yeah.
And again, the weathering. This was back when Hasbro could do proper weathering, and it's not just like micro dots printed onto the figure to emulate weathering. And another thing, I've bought the Orange Line Sand Trooper more than once, and the weathering is different from figure to figure. It's heavier in some spots, lighter in other spots, and again, it's on the complete back side of the figure. Aside from now that we're in 2023, this being on a 10-year-old sculpt, that's the only flaw of this figure. Like, there's genuinely no other flaw other than old Stormtrooper body.
Yeah, and you know, even if they did do a 2020 updated version, it just would not hold a candle to this original
It wouldn't
version.
come with all 3 blasters, and again, they used that like digital photoreal printing technology to do the weathering, and it just doesn't work.
The only thing I'm holding out hope for, if they do give us an updated Sand Trooper, is they use that new painted sandy blasting thing that they did for Muddy Mando. However, you know, we haven't seen that since.
Just another one of those things. They do it once, never again.
So who's to say we'll actually ever see them use that textural painting technology? I forget exactly what they called it. They had like a little name for it, but I feel like that's the only way that they could possibly do one better. But again, who knows if we'll ever see that. As of right now, it doesn't look like we're really getting much from A New Hope.
We did fiddle around with the idea of leaving the Sand Trooper off of the list because it's, you know, predictable for us.
Yeah.
But it just doesn't sit right with me because this is the example where they knocked it out of the park. And they had a figure with great articulation. They went out of their way to do the different helmet sculpt to make it more accurate for a stormtrooper.
Mm-hmm.
They weathered the whole thing from head to toe on both sides of the figure, and the weapons have color on them. They're painted. So it's like, it just didn't feel right to not have it as our number one, because that should be the gold standard.
And it still is the absolute gold standard. We're going on 10 years strong with the Orange Line Sand Trooper being the best Black Series figure of all time. Of course, let us know what your top 10 Black Series figures of all time is in the comments down below. We always love chatting Star Wars with each and every one of you. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe if you are new. We're always talking about Black Series here on the channel. And if you'd like to support us in a more direct manner, we do also offer a channel membership. It's only 99 cents a month. And we do have a small collection of merch as well. There are links for everything in the description of this video. Special shout out and thank you to our current channel members. Your continued support is truly appreciated. And thank you to everyone else out there for watching. I'm Nate, joined with Justin.
See you guys later.
And we will see you all next time on Out of the Basement.